All right, Toasty Robot E3 coverage. We are moving on, and we're going to talk about EA. Not a lot to talk about, personal preferences and whatnot, but what's there to talk about is it's pretty good. So they came right out with the trailer for the new Mass Effect Andromeda.
Now, I was late to the party.
Right, yeah, you came in you came in actually really close to the beginning of it, actually. I think you only missed the Mass Effect part.
Yeah, but I caught our bread and butter, though, so...
Right. Well, hold on. Say something about Mass Effect real quick. So all it was a CG trailer. It wasn't any kind of gameplay or anything like that. This is the first time we've got the actual title of this game. And then a holiday 2016 release date. That's all it said.
All said in the 2 minutes.
I don't. It was like a minute and a half thing. It wasn't very much. It's just enough to get you pissed off. This is really kind of how I felt about it.
It was the definition of teaser.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Yeah, but would it have been sweeter if they used Coheed over it?
Well,
no, I would have been like even more.
No, I feel like I like Johnny Cash. The Johnny Cash, they usually set the mood. I was confused because I didn't realize if the game was trying to tell me that it was going to be you zipping around the galaxy to planets you could visit, or if like the song and the planet he chose to go to meant we were getting like a Western style Mass Effect game.
That would have been interesting.
That would have been dumb.
Thank you. Thank you.
No, that's...
I feel like the release date though for Mass Effect, I feel like it's pretty much being labeled as at December 31st, but it's not.
Yeah, I don't know.
This is going to be in the books for a little while, so we probably won't.
Well, it's already been in the books for a while.
I think it's really still in serious development. Like, I feel like...
Watching
that
from what they showed about it last year, which was concept art, and then...
So, did it feel like a teaser?
Oh, yeah.
Or did it feel like a J.J. Abrams teaser?
Well, no, because there wasn't an inordinate amount of lens flare.
It's also arguable.
No, it had the right amount.
It was tasteful lens flare.
But, so after Mass Effect, they moved on to Toasty Robot's favorite game when we got our first gameplay reveal for the new Need for Speed, which, holy shit, you guys, it looks awesome.
Yeah.
Car customization back in a real big way. It looked really neat. Like, looked fast as shit. It looks fun. It looks like Need for Speed, man. It looked awesome.
Yeah.
It looked super awesome. All the campy radio chatter, B-movie, Fast and Furious bullshit coming out. It was great.
Oh God, what was it? We need to stomp it. Stomp it. I'm like, oh man.
Yeah, they actually spent a decent amount of time showing gameplay from that. It was I had a hard time telling. I'm going to go ahead and just assume that was not live gameplay, because everything looked like it was working just a little too perfect. It seemed very much like a canned animation, like pre-recorded kind of trailer for the racing and stuff, because with the guy cutting off, going down all of the shortcuts and stuff, and oncoming traffic getting out of the way just at the right minute, things like that. But it looked really cool. It looked really fucking fast. It looked like Need for Speed. So, thank you so much. I'm excited. I'm excited for Need for Speed.
The garage.
Yeah.
Was that live action that cut into gameplay?
I think the way it's just like seamless transitions from stuff like.
Yeah. So yay, FMV's back.
Yeah, man. Well, I mean, Need for Speed is kind of notorious for holding on to that last little bit of FMV fan service kind of stuff. I don't know. I think it's really weird and jarring to see a real person pop up in a game now. I don't know. It's like I've gotten so used to like computer generated people that when I see a real guy walk in, I feel like, oh, you guys just ran out of money, didn't you?
Like to get past the uncanny valley.
Yeah, right. But like, it's just funny how my attitude flip flopped on that completely. Like back in the PS1 days, like the opening of the original Resident Evil. Holy shit, it's real people! Like, look at that, you guys! It's amazing! And now when I see it, I'm like, oh shit, it's real people. Like, what the fuck happened there?
Yeah.
Why are we backtracking?
Right? So then they poured out some bullshit, some expansion for the Old Republic, which apparently is still doing pretty well. People seem to be liking it. The trailer looked really cool. It didn't show any gameplay or anything like that. But, you know, it's a fucking MMO, so you can pretty much assume what the gameplay board's going to be.
But it's weird, though, because everybody plays that game for the single-player experience. And there is one, like a lengthy one.
Okay.
Like, that's the only reason that game's holding on to hope. Like, it's...
Well, that and it's Star Wars.
Oh, for such.
So then, after that, they, Plants vs. Zombie Garden Warfare 2, they had a really long demo of that, which...
If you listen to this episode and not the other episodes, I still would like an email somebody explaining to me why this game is popular, needed, or necessary.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Toasty Robot 404 at gmail.com. Drop us a line if you guys like that game, and please explain why. Please. Fucking just please. It's so dumb. Just so dumb. So then they had their, obviously they got to run down their sports stuff. So they started with NHL.
Which
I like hockey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, like if I'm ever like watching sports, hockey and baseball. I like hockey. I like baseball. I'm okay with those, but everything else is not really my bag. But
Sprots.
EA doesn't have baseball anymore, so NHL. It looks like fucking hockey, you guys. NBA Live.
Strangely looks like NFL.
Guess what? That's basketball. Let's see if they can compete with 2K in that space this year, man. Because 2K just fucking stomps them every year in the NBA games, man.
What was the one they used? They used to have the basketball and the football ones where it was in like back alleys and stuff.
Like NBA Street.
Street.
Yeah. No, that was cool. That was like modernized NBA Jam, dude. I like those games.
Yeah, but didn't they kind of like? Not completely, obviously, because you're not on fire.
Boom shakalaka.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, which one of these is gonna have
the
Spike Lee?
That's
2K's
Yeah,
thing.
2K's,
yeah.
okay.
So I think that's going to be like you coming up from the street and actually like.
I don't want to talk about what that is because it's a Spike Lee joint. So
I think that's really funny that the NBA 2K16 actually says that on the box. It says
it's a Spike Lee joint.
A Spike Lee joint.
He's not going to release that.
That's pretty funny, but that's not EA shit. So whatever. FIFA, they're doing a big commemorative Pele edition this year. They had him out on stage being all old and shit for a really long time. That was,
I think we just alienated our Brazilian audience?
I'll live with that.
Or our audience with Brazilians?
Hey, you know what? If you guys like football, go right ahead. It's not for us. We're fat white Americans, man. We don't care.
Yeah, I know. Knows.
I'm uncomfortable in jerseys.
That's a biased opinion, but a very socially accepted biased opinion. You guys understand why we don't like this. Madden 16. Madden again. They're reworking a bunch of the.
Yeah, they're actually doing like.
This is gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad because we don't play sports. We don't.
Hey, the new mechanics in the football game, guys. You can play hand egg with your friends better. Yay!
And fix the weird skin glitches. The color.
Yeah.
We are gonna have to edit the entire EA section out.
No, it's fine. It's fine. No, I think the big takeaway that I got from the EA Sports thing was this new thing that they're rolling out. This big overarching thing that encompasses all of the sports franchises into one big manageable app. The name of it escapes me at the moment, but it seems cool that.
Sports app.
Yeah, we'll go with that. They're putting all of their sports games under this one blanket of this management style thing. I don't know. It looked interesting. Especially if that's your deal, man. Mirror's Edge Catalyst, first gameplay from that. I was impressed. I really like Mirror's Edge.
Yes.
This is running on their newest version of the Frostbite engine.
Which actually, mentioned, not Tiger Woods golf.
Oh right,
being
yeah.
Other
guy, Tiger Woods golf.
Wow. No, I remember they rolled out. That's the first mention that they threw down. during the whole press conference. Of,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah.
Frostbite,
The Frostbite is being
we got
used
it.
for their PGA games. Yeah.
Sounds kind of.
Isn't that kind of like the regular cycle for them? They always use it with like a golf game or something like that. Something.
I guess so.
Something scenery specific. Where
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
See what we can render.
Yeah.
And
So.
then,
And then move it on to a game that like really matters. When I say that, I mean like an actual,
like
vi-
full like
a
full
video game ass video
experience.
game, man. Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, Mirror's Edge Catalyst using the Frostbite engine, and a lot like kind of some cool things about that one was there's no levels in it and no loading screens. It's one constant
Open
seamless experience. Yeah. So that sounds pretty cool. And then another thing,
Because I always get excited whenever developers or publishers actually throw that word out.
yeah,
Like that's like I'm like okay,
yeah.
I'm sold.
But then just this morning, actually, another bit of news for Mirror's Edge dropped that no gunplay in this one at all. Which, thank fucking God, because there were guns in the first one, and every time you had one, it completely broke the momentum of what you were doing in that. So focusing entirely on like freeform melee and just booking ass through obstacles, all parkour
The
style.
closest any of us will actually get to parkouring.
Oh yeah, right, totally.
Parkour simulator.
I fell off a building one time.
Which that would be a cool game with VR.
Yes.
No joke.
Yeah, so hopefully we'll see some. None of these real big studios have jumped behind the VR push yet. Nobody of any real consequence is making things for the VR stuff yet. But that would definitely be one that I would love to see in it, because what a rad experience that would be. Let's see. Then we got just awesome gameplay from Star Wars Battlefront. That's actually what they closed out with. But I just put that on the list next because, man, fucking Star Wars Battlefront.
Yeah,
dude,
like
looked awesome. It looked so awesome. Let's see, the one that they showed, that was the Hoth gameplay, right? Yeah.
yeah, that was theirs.
Yeah, and I was on board, and then when they called in the
orbital strike.
the orbital strike, and man, I was happy. That Star Wars Battlefront looks awesome.
Yes.
And then that was the first. I didn't know that they were doing the hero characters in it again from Battlefront 2. So
Which will lead to like, not so much fist fights, but some interesting conversations to see who actually gets to pull the hero character.
yeah.
I guess. I mean,
Well, it'll probably work just how it
like,
did in
I want to be Luke
Battlefront 2.
Skywalker
Like,
or whatever.
Skywalker.
oh, that's right. That's right. Damn. Oh, good one. Yeah.
We can use that right.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure it'll work like how it did in the original Battlefront. Like whoever gets the certain number of kills or whatever.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
God. Yeah. Duh.
I think that's how it was, right? Like it was
something along those lines.
yeah, it was like a kill streak reward or something like that. It'd be like, oh, you killed enough guys, and now you're Chewbacca.
Here's a lightsaber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty
I really want to
damn.
play it. Like I really want to play it. I was.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm still bummed at the lack of a single player campaign in that. It's only multiplayer.
Well,
but
you know,
that's
but
okay.
that's what the draw of Battlefront was anyway.
Yeah.
You know.
any chance for me to jump on a speeder bike and crash into my friends accidentally is
Yeah.
still just as rewarding as a really good narrative. I mean,
I guess
or a
I
tree
can't
for
argue with that.
matter,
Yeah.
I mean,
I can't wait to spend my entire career in that game being the bottom of the leaderboards.
Hey, you know what, man? It's still gonna be fun.
what's important to have goals. I mean, I want to see.
My goal is to suck the most.
I'll wake up one day and I'm not going to be the bottom of the list, and I will freak out.
I've seen you hold a controller in your hand. I actually think you have an uphill battle to be the worst at something. That's a compliment.
Right.
On there, you're going to dash my dream.
So, just to keep on the Star Wars train there, the new fucking card games.
Oh, Star Wars: The Gathering.
Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes.
Oh, my bad.
Seriously, just another...
Just
Another-
give me a voice that says oversaturation so I can play it every time somebody
Okay.
says Star Wars.
This in this particular instance, I will give you the oversaturation because I'm pretty sure there's already several Star Wars card game things. What?
Two of them belong to EA.
Man,
And also
just,
failed miserably.
just like
Oh
who?
God. Oh yeah.
I really don't know how to feel about it.
Who fucking cares? Just who fucking cares? Seriously.
People play mobile games. You know, it's the same with this
Yeah,
thing. It's
people
not
do
a
play
thing.
mobile games. That's why EA rolled out such gold as Minions. spent a really long fucking time talking about
That's
that.
not what I was saying, though.
These guys need to realize that E3 is not the place to roll out your mobile game bullshit. It really isn't. This is when you need to bring it. But see how awesome Bethesda did it. Like, here's a mobile game that's fucking free and it's cool. That's all we're gonna say about it. And
Back
it's
to
here,
games.
and it's out right now. Back to the stuff that matters.
But people do play mobile games.
Right,
I
but
see the appeal of
no,
a Star Wars card
they
game.
do. But like the people who play mobile games and only play mobile games, they're not looking at E3.
It's not, that's not what I'm saying, though. I'm saying that
And most of the time,
this isn't the first time EA made a Star Wars card game.
No, I know.
Miserably.
I know.
It's not the second time they've done it. Like, this is their third time. They're announcing something that they've already tried and failed at 2 times.
Yeah.
well,
No, I know.
and that's the thing is they're not even not even just in the digital realm, the analog realm.
Yeah.
Star Wars card games don't work.
No,
They don't
you're
work.
right. You're right.
They
You're
don't work.
totally
I
right.
mean,
I wonder if it's just because of like bad handling or anything or something like that. Because like I've seen far shittier franchises have successful card games. I mean,
well, it's just
Like Magic.
well, no, I like the whole like, good lord, this is a big, huge, expansive space opera.
and that's how you should experience it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
No, I'm with you.
Battlefront
I'm with you.
works.
Right. Yeah.
Because I'm participating in one little element of a broader story.
Yeah. Where's my Star Trek card game? I'd play that.
Yeah, that
That'd
would
be
work
cool.
because
That-
it
that
was
would work.
more.
Because it's Star Trek. It's politics and guys talking to screens.
Which is our lives.
Yeah. So. Yeah. No. Go ahead. What you want to say something
I
about?
mean, no, but that's the thing is, it's like, good lord, like they're announcing this one, like you said, Bell twice.
Yeah.
Any analog card game I've played. Meh.
Yeah, I remember they really tried to
So-
push that years back. Like when Episode 1 came out, like they were packing the figures with cards
Yeah.
and stuff. They're like, please play our thing. We'll
And like one of the biggest companies in tabletop gaming, Fantasy Flight, they actually have what they call a living card game now. And it doesn't work. It's like the one out of the whole series, like all of Game of Thrones, freaking any of the other sets they have, those work. Star Wars is kind of like,
Man, yeah.
I don't feel like playing Crazy Eights right now, I guess, so we can play this.
Yeah, that
Yeah, it just doesn't-
yeah. But moving on from the Star Wars, I want to take a minute to talk about Unravel, which
That looked
Okay.
really
which
cool.
really that game got me, man. The game itself, it looks it looks
platformer.
interesting, like
Platformer. I mean,
yeah, it's one of those like indie darlings, gonna get fucking amazing critical reception. Probably won't do that well in sales,
Oh, no.
unfortunately. But that guy that came out on stage to show off this just neat little thing that he was so excited to show off that he had made, and just shaking, man. He was so
Like,
jittery and scared. I
man.
mean, imagine this, like how that guy felt, when he reached into his jacket to pull out his little yarn man puppet that he made in the
But
woods,
that's
like
going
with
to
his
be-
family.
That's going to be running. That's going to be running in the back of my brain while playing Unravel. Where
Yeah.
it's like, okay, that makes it more endearing. Actually,
Absolutely,
It's
yeah.
because of that makes me want to go. I want to buy this game.
Yeah, I want to give that guy my money. Like,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, he tried.
That was cool. Could you? I couldn't imagine doing that. Like, being up there on a stage in front of a crowd like that with fucking Electronic Arts, no less. Like, arguably the biggest name in games.
Which they could have brought in any dude.
Yeah, but to just play like the real kind of
They,
human
like-
aspect to that,
they,
and just
they look at him and they go, "Hey, you go bump your game."
that was cool. That
we
was really
believe enough
cool.
in the product or what have you.
And the
to
game
go
looks
bump
neat.
it.
The game looks damn neat
Yeah.
too. It looked all right, but I really was humbled by the whole thing there, because that was not usually the kind of things you see from EA, where
It's
it's
a
like,
reminder that there are actual, like, sometimes there is a guy behind that computer, like,
Yeah.
punching code to,
there are real people
like,
involved
they're
in this.
making games that are passion.
Yeah, and man, that was cool. That was really cool to see. I felt the same way every year when they bring No Man's Sky out on stage, and they've got the guy up there who shows it off. He's the same way. He's just super cool and like humble and excited to show off this neat thing that he's been working on.
And it's kind of neat seeing it come from EA, who's, like,
Yeah,
had a reputation for the past couple of years of just being, like,
yes.
I mean, Yeah.
That was really cool. That was really cool. I'm looking forward to that game. I'm pretty interested in it.
Yeah.
Unravel. Check that game out, please, for the love of God. Everybody listening to this, check that game. Just buy it. Just buy it anyways. Just give that guy money. Vindicate him. That looked really cool. But that is all I have for EA. Overall, I think it was actually kind of lackluster, honestly. Besides, like, the handful of things that they showed that I was interested in, but was not surprised by any of it.
Most EA shows are that, though. Like, this is what we have a license for. This is what we can do.
Yeah.
The Mirror's Edge finally felt like we heard you. We were working on it.
Yeah.
Here it is.
Yeah.
It was an EA show.
It was a very EA show. Very EA show.
They needed to fill space. They wouldn't talk about Battlefront.
Yeah, but
just go up there and talk about Battlefront for an hour and a half.
They could have that. I'd watch that. I would watch that. But on that note, we're gonna call it. That was EA at E3 2015. So Toasty Robot out.